Hey everybody out there. I hope y'all ready to do what we do. Let's drop another vid. Today, I want to talk about the Nephilim in Genesis 6 and the schematic that shapes our world views. One of the most puzzling aspects of Genesis 6, specifically, how did these giants escape the flood? First of all, for those who don't know, the Nephilim were a biblical race of giants or demigods. They were basically the children of the fallen angels who were born through a sexual union with human women. Genesis 6 verse 4. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men. So who were the sons of God? And what does this verse mean? The sons of God were fallen angels. Many Christians argue that angels aren't physical, therefore they couldn't impregnate the women. There are many videos proving this false, so I'm not going to get into that. What I want to offer is my idea of how these abominations survived the flood. The clue to me is in the fact that they're abominations. They were not ordained by the Most High. The first clue is in Genesis 6 verse 7. The Most High says, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth. Whom I have created. The second clue is found in Genesis 6 verse 17. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And the third and final clue is in Genesis 7 verse 4. I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I made will I destroy. The Creator is being explicit and pointing out that He's destroying everything He created that has the breath of life. These Nephilim were not created like Adam and Eve, or even you and I. They didn't receive the breath of life in that sense. Noah didn't defile himself with these abominations. Therefore, his bloodline, his gene pool was perfect. Everyone else was tainted. They had to be destroyed, or the earth would have eventually been destroyed. Had mankind, starting anew, did the same thing, the Most High would have had to bring remedy again. Fortunately, the humans created from Noah and his sons went to war and destroyed the Nephilim. And the Most High created a gulf so it couldn't happen again. It's not a big mystery. It's an efficient creator cleaning up our mess. We don't really comprehend the Most High's actions because we see things from an obviously secular point of view. First sign of trouble, what do? We go into these foolish thought patterns. It usually goes like this. Why did God create it? Why did God create evil? And my personal favorite, why is God punishing us for something Adam and Eve did? I'm going to attempt to answer these three questions in order, praying we all get a greater understanding. Before I begin, I want to say I'm no teacher or any other idea worthy of praise or belief. Open your heart and listen to your spirit. If it doesn't sound right, spit it out. Man and woman were to be a new creation, something grand and majestic, tasked with caring for the garden, then the earth. The greatest gift, the thing that caused so much adoration, was our power to make decisions, or free will. I can't begin to tell you what a gift and possible curse this could be. The Most High knew that, but it was necessary. The truest way to witness real love is to offer the ability not to love. You know how they say to keep some things, you've got to let them go? It's the same idea. To be able to express the true you meant you had to have free will. Without it, there is no freedom of expression. Free will is the ultimate freedom of expression. I have a video on free will. The question was, would you succumb to your flesh? Would you stay in your high estate or slip into darkness? Would you choose the Most High or carnal lust and weakness? Adam and Eve answered that. Now, with that as a backdrop, let's dig into those questions. First of all, the idea of good creates evil is a concept. So when we say the knowledge of good and evil, we merely open up the idea of doing things that are counterproductive to nature. Without the idea of or knowledge of good and evil, imagine for a moment that world. What kind of world that would be? If someone offered you something, you'd only take what you needed. You wouldn't have the spirit of lack. Therefore, you wouldn't try to hoard. If someone dropped something, your thought process would work in concert with nature and you'd give it back. Your mind wouldn't even conceive of keeping it. Adam and Eve opened the door to these arbitrary spirits. The spirit of greed, envy, gluttony, jealousy, hatred, and ultimately death. It is up to us to choose what spirits we let in. So when we say, why did God create it? We leave out our role in its creation. We leave out our part in the participation of it. Adam didn't have to eat the apple. The men didn't have to participate in these schemes of the fallen. A drug addict doesn't have to continue being a slave to drugs. We don't have to lie, commit adultery, or murder. We choose to. So stop touching fire and getting angry because it burned you. The Most High didn't, air quotations, create evil. Evil will always tag along with good. The most important concept when discussing evil will forever go back to free will. You don't ever have to choose evil in any situation. So instead of asking why the Most High created evil, ask yourself why you participate. Lack of faith, mostly. Or maybe I'm only speaking for me. When we ask why we're being punished for something Adam and Eve did, we're being pretty arrogant. We're suggesting, if it was me, I wouldn't have ate no apple. Well, let's examine that closely. Have you done anything the Most High asked you not to do? Well, have you? You'd think having an example like Adam and Eve and what their transgressions did, you'd be on your best behavior. The truth is, Adam and Eve encompassed the best and the worst in all of us. We would have done no better than they. What we need to do is concentrate on being the best we can be in our present circumstance. I realize the circumstances we find ourselves locked into are dire. The present paradigm is set up for us to fail. But again, not because of the Most High, but because of the prince of this world. The prince of darkness. Understand though, you have the power to defeat anything he throws at you. You have the freedom of choice. You see, our world is booby-trapped with the idea of freedom. But for as long as there have been world leaders, there has been no true freedom. Man-made laws, man-made rules, and man-made religions have stripped us of our freedoms. But only because we've fallen for their magic. We fell asleep and allowed murderers and psychopaths to take over. They are intent on keeping us in a low state, a false reality where greed is good, being cunning is rewarded, and usurping another man's power is the key to victory. We say things like kill or be killed, dog eat dog world, get them before they get you. These are mantras to success. Doing unto others as you'd like them to do unto you is considered weak. Wake up, Hebrews. Wake up, Gentiles. Wake up, strangers. There's a battle to be fought. Put on your armor. Gather up soldiers. We have to win or die trying. You see, we all look for something to live for. But do we have a cause that we'll die for? Then let's ride. Peace.